So you got one of the sisters here. It sounds like she's from the Caribbean, and she wanted to just talk about how a lot of these women have just became men today. Let's review it.
We live in a world where society has managed to brainwash women into thinking that they can now become men. Since they can have a higher income, provide for themselves, pay their own bills, buy their own flowers, they've become delusional enough to think that they can become men or that they are men. To the point that they show no respect to men whatsoever. They're out there being promiscuous, anything for the moolah. They are so busy trying to match a man's masculinity that they are unable to stay in their femininity. Make it make sense.
No, we can't make anything make sense out of that. You know, this country, I taught y'all before that we live in Babylon. And in the Babylonian system, good is evil and evil is good. Everything that's normal, like masculinity, femininity, that's turning on its head. So we want the men to be feminine. We want the women to be masculine. You understand? You celebrate whoredom and harlotry. You condemn people who are classy, who are respectful. You understand? So that's part of the agenda, is to make the women masculine, saying I don't need a man. I got my career. I can pay my own bills. I can do all of this. And yes, you can. But at what cost? You know, what profits a woman to gain the whole world and yet forfeit not only her soul, but forfeit her happiness? Sure, you gain the world. Sure, you got a car. You got a G-Wagon. You got a nice condo. You may have a nice house. You can take vacations and all of that. You can do all that you can do. But you don't have anybody out of all that success that you have. It's like that woman on that 90 Day Fiancé show, the one that was the doctor that went over there to the Dominican Republic. She's a doctor. She, has all these different businesses, and yet she still don't have no man. She had to go way to the Dominican Republic to try to look for a man. That's a classic example of what this sister's talking about here. And then when you have a sister like this speaking in this manner, a great sister in the community, she would be called the term pick me. Why? Because she's actually speaking some common sense. And women that speak that way, trust me, they're going to get picked. See, the men that's looking for women, you have to understand the majority of the men actually would rather a woman right here in America. But if they can't find one, they'll go overseas. So what happens is women like this one that's talking, at least in this way, it usually don't take them long to get off the market, because men see that and they're trying to jump on it, right? It's because you have some women out here that write me and say, well, what about us, here that maybe think like her or talk like her or speak against the sisterhood or whatever. Well, if men find out that's, what you got going on, it probably won't be too long for you to be taken off the market from what I've seen. But if they can't find you, well, yeah, they're going to get on the plane and go overseas, because that's call it what it is. Even going overseas, you're dealing with different cultures, and that's all. That could be a hit and a miss big time. At least in America, you still have your culture, right? That you're kind of used to. What's happening, you know that women are more lonely today than they ever been in human history. It's because of all these policies that these political parties have pushed, all this degeneracy that's being pushed. It's not even conducive for women. See, listen, the natural order of things is for a woman to have her man. That's the natural order of things. Now, of course, not all women want that, and that's fine too. But we talking about the majority. The majority want a man. The majority want love. The majority want a family of their own. The majority do. Because if the majority didn't want it, they wouldn't be complaining about certain things. They wouldn't be online crying and breaking down about how they can't find somebody, or somebody don't want to be with them, or whatever the case may be. No, that's just natural. It's like it's natural for a man to want a woman and to build something with her. That's natural. But this mentality will keep a woman single. It's okay to have a job. It's okay to have a career. Just don't let the job or career have you. Understand, money is just a tool to be used to get to another means. You understand what I'm saying? Don't let your whole identity be a job. Don't let your whole identity be a degree given to you by a school. No, that's not who you should be prioritizing. Who cares what degree you got? Are you a good person? Who cares about your job? Are you respectful? Are you honorable? That's all that matters. When a man meets you, he don't care about your job. He don't care about your degree. He don't care about any of that if you're a real man, because men aren't coming to look for you for your job and your degree. A man can meet a girl at Burger King who's not making hardly nothing. And if she's nice, if she's sweet, if she has a good character about herself, and she fits what he likes, man, that man will date that woman, no problem. And the relationship work out, he'll marry her. He don't care if she's making Burger King money. But see, that's how men is. Men don't care about that money because we're not looking for women for their resources. Now, at certain ages, it's good to get with a woman that has something because, like I said, you want to see at least she got some stability. Let's say if you're a man dating a woman in her 30s or 40s, well, hell, you want her to have some stability because by that age, she should have it, right? But especially when you're young like that, no, men not tripping on that. So your degree, your career and all that, that's awesome. That's great. It shows you can accomplish something, but no, don't let that turn you into a man. But let me know what y'all think about, what our sister's saying here. She's spot on.